Hi there everyone, it's Vibrant bringing you a special Christmas audio commentary of my affiliate comic, Stuff of Legend, which is done by Nico/Blue U.S.A. I think I'm saying that right. I'll just stick to Nico. Hope I'm saying Nico right. Anyway, so yeah, here we go with Chapter 1 of Stuff of Legend. It's been, originally I was introduced to the comic by another comic that was linked to it, called Silver Lining, which was actually the comic that got me started making comics. So I started reading Stuff of Legend, and I read it for a while, and then I got away from it, and then came back sometime later, and I'm not sure why I stopped reading it for a while, and then eventually became an affiliate, and so now I read it all the time, and I'm obsessed with it, and like with all the other comics I read, I become obsessed with anyway. It's interesting, I mean, to look back at the original pages of Stuff of Legend, because I'm always looking at like my own comic, Just Gotta. I look at Chapter 1 compared to what I'm making now, and I can see my progress, and I've never really looked much at other people's progress, but looking back at Stuff of Legend, you can just see the leaps and bounds that Nico's made with her art. Yeah, there's a lot of progress and a lot of things that have changed, and the styles changes and things like that, so I don't know. Just some things I've noticed while putting together these commentaries is just the differences in what the art is from back then to what it is now. So yeah, we have Matt and Sandy meeting here for the first time, and Matt challenges Sandy to a duel, and it's not going very well for him. Not going very well for Sandy either, I guess so. Just all around a bad day for them. Compared to later chapters, there's not really a whole lot going on in this chapter, not a lot of action. There's some, but most of it comes later. This is just kind of setting up the characters and setting up, I don't know, how they meet and things like that. Something kind of interesting with Stuff of Legend, compared to like my comic Just Gotta, it comes more clear in a minute. Well, even here, I guess, where you can see Yuck coming back together little by little. Something that Nico does that I kind of wish I would do more is show kind of what's going on step by step. Like coming up in a few pages is the real example I was thinking of, but where Sandy's trying to get Niall out of Quartz's mouth. She gets a piece of grass, and it actually shows her picking the grass and then walking towards Quartz, and then, tickling his nose. So it just kind of shows everything going on step by step, like I said. And I don't know, Just Gotta, like, if I were to draw Sandy getting grass to tickle Quartz's nose, she'd probably just be up at Quartz's nose with a blade of grass and just skipping all of that. So I don't know, it's interesting that Stuff of Legend goes into all of this. It makes it flow a lot better, I think, and makes it more, I don't know, connects point A to point B a lot smoother than my comic does and some other comics, which is something that I should probably work on, making things a little clearer. We're coming up close on the end of the chapter here. So we didn't even get to see Nami, my favorite character, but I guess that's where the chapter ends. So, Merry Christmas, Nico, and thanks for being an affiliate comic, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!